Hey everybody, it's Justice for Comics. Happy Friday to you. Hopefully you guys all had a great week. It is time to review the Hot 10 list from CBSI, comicbookinvest.com. I just got back from playing golf, so I didn't get this video out as soon as I wanted to, but at least it's coming out sometime this afternoon, right? So you guys will be watching this on a replay. Let's check it out here. Let's see what's looking good this week. First off, honorable mentions. The first one is Victory Comics number 4. Pre-code, Golden Age book, Hitler appearance, hypodermic needle cover, etc. A 5.5 copy sold this week for $6,600. To put that into a staggering number in perspective, a 9.4 Edgar Church Mile High copy just sold last year for only $10,000. So this one is valued about $400 in. It says OSPG has this one valued at about $400 in grade. So yeah, of course, the graded market's gone insane. Anything older, Golden Age, with a kind of a cool cover. I mean, the colors on that cover look pretty cool. I don't know what's not to like about it. It's pretty cool. I can see why people like that cover. And it probably doesn't come to market very often, so that's going to drive pricing. The other honorable mention is Savage Dragon 137, the Obama variant. Very hard to find book, sold for $150. Very fine minus condition to boot this week. No other raw listings. A 9.8 is listed for $800. If you haven't been tracking any of the Savage Dragon books from like 125 to 199, they are impossible to find. Probably because no one was buying them. I hate to tell you, Eric Larson is not a very good artist and not a very good writer. I've read his books. They're not impressive at all. So, of course, CBSI doesn't mention the reason they're impossible to find is because no one was buying them. So, therefore, they kept the print run very, very low. To this day, I don't know anyone that buys the Savage Dragon. So, to me, it's a trash book. It's a left-wing bullshit book. Eric Larson, in my opinion, has very little talent. I know I can draw just as well as him, and I think my 12-year-old daughter can draw better. So that's my opinion of Eric Larson. Don't care for him that much. Number 10 is DC Comic Presents number 47, first appearance of He-Man in comic books. Yeah, it's a cool cover. I love a yellow cover. It's one of those books that I looked at many times. I probably could have bought a raw copy in high grade various times and just didn't find the right pricing. Obviously, I wish I had done that. A 9.8 just sold for $3,500. Absolutely crazy. I'm sure there's a newsstand out there somewhere that's probably going to sell for more. Yeah, I mean, what else to say about it? It's one of those books that everyone knew you should buy it, and not too many people did, so shame on all of us for not buying it. Number 9 is Stray Dogs number 1, the Stan Yak Blair Witch variant, limited to only 500 copies. The Blair Witch movie, yeah, I mean, it was kind of a cool concept until everyone found out that it's all a hoax. And then, of course, no one really wanted to watch it after that. Yeah, I could see why people love homage covers. I mean, that's just the way it is. Selling for $160 raw, $450 for a 9.8. It's a black cover. It might be tough to get in a 9.8. People who have read the series so far have seemed to really love it. That is generally a key indicator for long-term success for these indie books. I'd agree with that. If the writing is good, that will give you longevity to any indie title. So congratulations if you have that book in your collection. I don't. Thor number 5, the Scott Campbell variant. I do have this book in my collection, I'm glad to say. Raw conditions back up to about $40 to $50. The low-key TV show just premiered on Disney Plus. It was pretty good. I watched the first episode. I liked it. I thought it was pretty entertaining. I like Tom Hiddleston. I think he's a good actor and brings a lot of life to that character. And I'm interested to see what happens, what they do with this series. So I think this book has more length to it, more legs to it. Yeah, I'd pick it up if you don't have it, and if you can find a good deal on it. Number 7 is Avengers number 8. This is a book I looked at buying many times, probably in the mid-grade range. Very hard to find in high grade. 9.0 or higher, this book's super expensive. It's more common to find, I think, in the 5 to 6.0 range. 4.5 just sold for $1,200. A 3.5 sold for $830. 2.5 for $650. All all-time highs this past week. Kang, yeah, I mean, he's a major villain. At some point, you could see him in the MCU. I don't know when. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Number 6, Submariner number 1. This has been a marquee book for a long time. Not the first appearance of Submariner, but his first solo title. And it's a classic cover. It's got a lot of things going for it. You've got art by Buscema, writer Roy Thomas. Yeah, hitting new highs all the time, this book. High grade, anything 9.0 or higher is super expensive, super hard to find. Not very many for sale, so keep that one in mind. Number 5 is Nice House on the Lake number 1 by John Gallagher. This is a store exclusive. I think Wanted Comics was the name of the website that had this for sale. Trade dress is hitting around $60 to $70. Regular A cover selling around $20, so that's pretty good. It's a black label book. I happened to get in the mail today, by the way, so the timing is perfect on this. I did get my copies of Nice House on the Lake. There's the minimal trade dress. Pull back a little bit here. That's the minimal trade dress. This is the trade dress. So these two have been sold. I sold these. I think I paid for the 3-set. I have the 3-set combo. I paid $75. I sold these two for $100 to somebody already. So these are being shipped out tomorrow to the buyer, and I get to keep for myself the Virgin variant, which was the more limited of the 3. I'm keeping that in my collection long term. So I sold these two to more than pay for all 3 of them, and I get to keep the Virgin. So not a bad deal. I'm pretty happy with that deal. I know that it's gone a little higher since I sold this. I sold these two for $100. I think they sell around $150, $130 to $150 right now. So, I'm happy with $100. I made money on it. Again, it only cost me $75, and I get to keep the Virgin for free. So, yeah, I love when I can do that with a store exclusive. So anybody that poo-poos store exclusives, just realize there's definitely money to be made. You've got to be selective. Correct, all of them don't do well. You've got to be very, very specific and selective. But I've made really, really good money on store exclusives, far more than the regular books. So, yeah, a lot of it has to do with artwork, and this is a very desirable cover for sure. Pretty cool cover by John Gallagher. So, hats off to him. He did a nice job on that one. All right, moving on back to our list. Number 4 is Black Widow. Number 6, the second print, 1 in 25 variant. I'm not a big fan of these 1 in 25 second printings. It looks just like a cash grab from Marvel to me. I don't think this benefits retailers very often. I'm not a big fan of it, but yeah, people buy them. So it looks like this pre-sold around $40 to $50. Looks like it's close to $100 now. I don't know. I would be very, very cautious buying something like this. I could see that easily going back down to the ratio price of 1 in 25. So 3 or 4 months from now, when everyone forgets about this book, don't be surprised if it sells around $25 to $30. So just be careful there. Number 3 is Hawkeye, number 1 from 2017. I do have that book in my collection. Looks like it's selling around $40 raw. There's been a bunch of copies for sale on eBay. Yeah, I don't think this was a low print run book. You know, what's her name is going to be the new Hawkeye, Katie. I don't know. This is not her first appearance, obviously. I think that's Young Avengers number 1 or number 2, I believe. But it is a book that it's her first solo title, so there is some attention on it. Yeah, if you have those, pull them out. This might be a good time to look at selling them. Number 2 is God Country number 1. This has been a book that's been out for a long time, several years, probably 5-6-year-old book at least. I remember when this came out, I picked up a couple copies. I've got an A and a B cover. I also have a sketch cover, which is pretty rare. 9/8 are hitting around $350. There will be a show. Legendary Pictures has optioned this and picked it up, and supposedly it's in development. So Donnie Cates probably is happy about that. I'm sure he's going to get a nice paycheck for that particular book. Yeah, I'd say when the trailer drops on this, that would be the time to unload your copies. 9/8 should probably be close to $1,000 by then. So don't sell them right now. My advice is to wait a little bit. Wait until the trailer drops. That's going to be your moment to unload them. And number 1 on the list this week is Web of Spider-Man number 1, the Mark Bagley 1 in 25 variant. Hitting $150 raw. Says, I guess people still love old Harley Keener, and now that he is in the comics, the ignition was lit. I have no idea what that is talking about. So I don't know who Harley Keener is. I know nothing about this book. I did see some Instagram posts concerning it, that people were finding it at their shops for cheap. Yeah, I have no idea about it. I have no opinion on it. But that is your number 1 book this week, apparently. So I've got number 2, I've got God Country number 1, I've got number 3, Hawkeye number 1, I've got The Nice House on the Lake, number 5 on the list, I've got number 8. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 out of the top 10. That's not bad, 40%. That's your top 10 list, guys. Hope that helps you. Hope everyone had a great week. I don't think I'm going to be doing another live stream this weekend. I plan on having my normal show next Thursday. Might have a special guest. I'll keep you posted on that. Wednesday will be my new comic book day review of books coming out the following Wednesday, so I'll have that out as well. Leave me a comment, guys. Let me know what you think of this video. What do you think of this list? Yeah, that'd be interesting to hear your comments. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell for notifications. And again, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. I'll see you guys soon. Hope you have a great weekend. Talk to you soon.